So let's talk about this, punching. Every style has its own way of punching, or how you strike, whether you're going to strike with the two knuckles, or you're going to impact with the solid fist, or whether you're going to strike with the fist in the horizontal position or the vertical position. Where do you put your thumb? Does it wrap around, or do you put it on top? Where do you put it? I'm just going to talk to you about not styles, but ways you can strike. So, of course, you can strike with your fist as it is thrust forward, right? You could call it a jab or a cross. Many names, doesn't matter. But let's just call it a thrusting punch, okay? So I thrust with my hand vertical, and I thrust with my hand horizontally. That's throwing a punch. It could be the rear hand. It could be the rear hand, okay? You might even punch from an angle, like a hook punch, right? You might even throw an uppercut punch. And really, that's not what I'm talking about either. But the ways you can strike, so in Wing Chun, for instance, we use the fist in many different ways. Yes, we use the Yachi-kun, or the character sun thrusting punch, but we strike with the knuckle surface here, right here, along here. That's why we punch from center line. We want our knuckles lined up right dead center on our nose. But that's not all, because we also strike on the way out. So we strike with the fist as it's thrusted, but we also strike as it's retracted. Okay, and sometimes it's referred to as the ginger fist, okay? Because of the shape of the knuckles looking like a ginger root. If you've ever seen a ginger root, it's a lumpy root, okay? So sometimes as I throw that punch, and maybe he slipped it, when I come back, I smack him as I'm retracting. That's why in Wing Chun, when we punch, we bring the fist back like that, okay? So that's another way we can strike with the fist. Another way, we call it the Phoenix Eye. So what we have here is the configuration of the hand, just like it's holding a sword. So it's like you're holding a sword, and you close your grip, and you have what's characterized as the eye of the phoenix, and that's really to strike soft targets, right, or nerve points, right? You can strike the airway, you can strike the nerve bundles like that. That's another way to strike with your fists, okay? And so you're talking about that. Now we also have what we call a now sao, or that's like a round or hooking punch, right? So a lot of people don't believe that Wing Chun has a hook punch, but it does. And it's called Nao Sao, and it's at the end of the Bilji form, right? So that punch there, that is, it looks a lot like a boxer's hook punch. Yes, it does. And so there's a lot of ways you can strike with your fist. So now you can strike with the back of the fist or with the hammer fist. So these are all different varying ways that you can use your fist to strike. And you can strike with a diagonal strike on the upward line. We call Chokun in Wing Chun, okay? So that's in the second form of Wing Chun, but most people believe Wing Chun only punches like that. That's a mistake. It's really not a mistake. It's probably just an oversight that maybe you see a lot of Wing Chun videos and you see a lot of Wing Chun and everybody poks out, and then they do Lin Hua Kun, or the chain of hands. So that's not really Wing Chun. That's just, scratching the surface of how Wing Chun uses the fist, in fact, okay? So we utilize the fist in many ways in Wing Chun. Now, if I said in Filipino martial arts, we use all of those same strikes with the hand, is that true? Well, that'll be another video.